So bond agents were caught attacking these people on film last week. What was the fallout surrounding this incident?
So ultimately, the fallout surrounding the incident is the fact that the Department of Homeland Security is going to have to investigate these agents, which they have announced that they already are. And what Biden is going to have to do is, essentially, he's going to have to figure out how he's going to approach this. Already, Daniel Foote, a senior envoy to Haiti, sent by the Americans after the earthquake and also the presidential assassination that happened in Haiti, has already announced that he's going to resign, essentially in protest of what has happened with how the administration has responded to this incident. As stated by Jen Psaki, as announced by Jen Psaki, he believes that the footage and photos are horrific. They don't represent who we are as a country, and he was pleased to see that announcement of the investigation. This is Joe Biden's pretty much addressed to exactly what has happened at the border.
So President Biden announced that he will not extend deportation protection for these Haitian migrants, excuse me. What does this mean for these people, and what is the process when it comes to deportation? How is that going to take place?
So really what's going to happen is those who have arrived from Haiti before July 29th are allowed to stay, but those who have come after July 29th, they're essentially being pushed back to Mexico. This is really essentially a fact of life for them and what has happened since the Trump era. However, what has happened is Biden has announced that he's going to increase the limit. 125,000 individuals who are immigrating into the United States are going to be allowed in, compared to Trump's ultimate low of only 15,000 per fiscal year. This represents roughly 4% of the population of Haitian immigrants out of the whole immigration population that is coming in. But this is also a rapid increase, where 28,000 Haitians are arriving in 2021 compared to only 4,000 in 2020.
And Bond, earlier today, Texas announced they would be auditing a recount in 4 counties. Where do things stand at this hour in Texas?
So with the recount, I'm assuming this is in response to some other segment. However, if we were to talk about the federal policy with immigration, federally, it's essentially going to be Biden is responding to similarly how Trump responded. He's going to keep in place the Title 42, which is essentially a pandemic-era policy which made sure that immigrants would not be in the United States and would not spread the coronavirus into the United States, which essentially is going against international doctrine of if a person asks to come inside the country to immigrate, they are typically held within the country, while the United States is now holding immigrants outside the country. However, 28,000, as I said, immigrants from Haiti are allowed into the country, and only of those 28, 4,000 have been sent back, which means that in total, 24,000 Haitian immigrants have been allowed into the United States.